Hello, and welcome to season 2, episode 5. And I'm your girl, Roz, and also your host for today, Roz's Happy Hour. This is brought to you by Trisha Entertainment. How is everyone? Happy belated Valentine's Day. What's up? How did you spend it? What did you all do? Man, since we can't do normal things, did you do something creative? Can you share it? Share it with us in the chat. Let us know what's going on. Mine was amazing. I started out with my husband, and then we had a Zoom party with the family. We had a ball. Then I did a private listening party for R&B sensation Donnell Jones. Oh my God. When I tell you he released this new CD, it's called 100% Free. He released it on Valentine's Day. So it was about 25 of us at the party, media and press. That was invited all to the listening party. So be sure to connect with Trisha Entertainment. I'll be posting about the event this week. It's Wednesday, and we are celebrating Black History Month again. And today we're connecting with a poet. After the amazing Amanda Gordon at the inauguration and Super Bowl, it's the perfect time now to have a conversation with a poet. In keeping with our motto to bring you the best in arts and entertainment. However, before we start, I need to ask you a favor. Can you share the link? Tag 3 friends. I know y'all got some friends out there. Tag them. Anyway, thank you all who've subscribed to Rise's Happy Hour YouTube station. You can rewatch any episodes that you missed or just want to check us out again. All right. And then if you would stand by and give us some hearts, heart us up. Let me see. I see you out there. Carl Robinson, that's family. It's in the house. Lud, William, I see you. I see you. Thank you guys for joining us. Oh, and I want to give a big shout out. I don't know if it's a shout out, but I want to, say a prayer for the people in Texas, our family and friends in Houston and Dallas. We feel your pain and we're thinking about you. So just keep the faith and let this thing, ride it out. Stay warm. All right, y'all, stand by. Let's welcome Khoree the poet. What's happening?
Yeah.
Welcome
Hey, Rise.
to this happy hour.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the invite. I couldn't wait.
Yes, cheers to you and everyone else out there. It is, I think it's Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
After Fat Tuesday. But anyway, cheers to you and your lovely wife, Veronica.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
excited to have you here. Now, tell me, you're located in the Bay Area, California?
Well, I was raised in the Bay. I was born in Los Angeles, but I moved to the Bay when I was 14 years old. So I was pretty much raised out there in Pittsburgh, California, out there in Oakland and San Francisco, just the whole entire Bay,
Okay.
Then now I'm located back in Southern California.
Oh, now you're back in Southern California? Okay,
Yes.
cool. You're back in Southern California, you said?
Yeah, out here by Los Angeles.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I thought
Yeah.
you were still out here. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We're making moves, Roslyn, making moves.
I heard that. I heard that. So, Khoree, now I want to jump right in and talk about poetry. So, as a
Yes.
poet, what did you think about Amanda Gordon? I mean, let's start right there. Her
Uh,
performance at the Super Bowl and then at the inauguration, or the inauguration
right.
first?
I saw the inauguration. I missed the Super Bowl, but I saw the inauguration one. And honestly, the young lady was phenomenal. The
Yeah.
message that she delivered and the way that she delivered it, how it was structured and how she performed it, it was absolutely beautiful. It made us as poets very proud to be poets, you know,
Mm, mm.
even more so than we already are. No, she did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, sure
Yeah.
she did. Hey, Beverly, I see you. All right, now we got to go back to Carl before we go any further. That's my
Yeah.
family. How y'all know each other?
Well, me and Carl actually went to college together.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I was I think 2 years in front of him when he came. I played basketball. He came in when I was finished playing basketball. He came in, started playing basketball. That's when we both was like 70, 80 pounds lighter back then. That's how long ago we known each other.
Wait a minute, Corona got us all, have added on.
It's
So,
got hey, got us swole for no reason.
yeah, exactly. Well, then how did you become a poet?
Oh, I started writing poetry. Uh, Started writing poetry seriously in college.
Mhm.
A professor of mine, honestly, he we're all in a quad area, and he said if anybody need extra credit, if you write a poem and go up there and perform it, I'll give you extra credit. Well, I always needed extra credit. Nothing wrong
Okay.
with it. So I
Okay.
wrote a poem right there on the spot, honestly, and went up there and performed it. It was really a short poem, but three stanza poem, and I did that. And once I did that, I enjoyed expressing myself, and
Mm,
people showed interest at college.
mm,
They enjoyed it, so I started writing in. But once I left college, I sparingly was writing until a friend invited me to an open mic in Oakland, and I went there with her. And unbeknownst to myself, she had put me on a list to perform, and I really had just one piece in my head and one
mm,
planning to perform or anything because it was the first time I really seen an open mic. And
mm.
so the host called me up. She put me down for like number 10 or 15. He called me up second. But, me being who I am, who really don't get embarrassed too much. So, hey, let's go do it. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah. So I went up there and I performed the little piece that I had in my head, and the folks there, they absolutely received it very well. They loved it. And well, I was a theater major, so I put a
Oh,
little
no, I
I
didn't
put
know.
yeah, I was a theater major in college, so I put little theatricals on it when I was performing. I could emote my emotions a little bit more without overdoing it. To make people come into my world and feel what I'm saying. And they enjoyed it. And ever since then, I've been locked into it, and I really was just doing it just to do it because I loved it.
Mm,
And my wife, she is the one who said, "This is going to be your career."
okay.
This is something different from what I've heard before with other poets. So it
Mm,
literally was her idea to add the music and the singing and combined all three of those elements together uh, to
nice.
my poetry, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been
That,
rocking for 9 years doing it that way ever since.
I was going to ask, that was my next question. Like, how long have you been considered a poet? So you said 9 years.
Yeah.
So there is a big market for poets and spoken word. Um,
Right. And what we're doing, honestly, the way that I'm doing it, it's like Amanda, she was on the main stage, as you don't get too much bigger than that, being at the inauguration. And then you had this gentleman who won America's Got Talent, a poet who won America's Got Talent. So what I've been doing, prior to that is trying to get it out in the mainstream with what I've been doing, performing at these R&B concerts and opening up for people. I don't mean to name drop, but opening up for people that's a significance. I got a piece with Lenny Williams, you know that, and Latoya London, opening up for the OJs, Gladys Knight, and folks like that. It's been beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to get into that a little later, but is there a difference between a poet and a spoken word?
Well, the beautiful thing, poetry is the umbrella, and there's a lot of different styles under that umbrella of poetry.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot of people have their own styles. There's no one set style of poem. Like if you go to a slam, and that's a competition where you get judged on who people feel the poems are the best, and you win the competition. And I really don't do that. The slam part is not that I don't like it. I just don't believe that I don't believe that somebody can tell me that my poem is better than another person's or another person's poem is better than mine. It's just because everybody just expressing themselves. This is their personal, feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't tell me my emotions is better than her emotions or his emotions. So I just do it. I do it because I love it and I want to entertain people and inform people. That's why we added the music and the singing element to it, because a lot of people have came to me and said, Khoree, before you, I didn't even like poetry, because
Yeah.
I hear the word poetry, and I will automatically think, oh man, this about to be real heavy, and I'm about to leave out of there all power to the people or depressed or
Yes,
something,
yes,
you
yes.
know,
I gotta sit here and think.
right,
Yeah,
right,
to
and
be like and for me,
yeah,
people be like, "Did you get it?" I'm like, "No."
right, right. So what I did is, and I was like that too. I would perform and I would put I have metaphors and similes that make you, by time you figured out what I was saying, the poem was over.
Mm, mm,
So yeah, I came. My wife told me, she said, "Look, you got to understand this. You're doing this for a career. You want it to be entertaining. You want people to come out, and when they leave your show, you want them to be exhausted with the excitement of what they just saw, and they understood everything that you were saying." So
yes,
yeah, we didn't. It's not like I dumbed it down. I just made it more understandable, and I like to call it simplistically deep. It's very simple of what I'm saying to you, but what I'm
yeah.
saying to you, it will touch you in ways that you need to be touched.
Wow. Well, let me holler at because I always don't get a chance to holler at my girl Charlene. Chicago is in the house.
In the
Um,
building.
yeah, I hope you guys are out of that snow. Sherry Davis, good evening. Thank you guys for your continued support. We got my niece on here. What's up? Thank you
KP.
all for your support. So can you make a living being a poet though?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the way that I do it anyway. I Mine is basically, when I do an entire show, it's like it's a poetic concert, is what I like to call it. You know, we
Mhm.
we either have a live band with the live singers and then me out there performing. It's like, say if you went to a Temptation concert, right?
All
And
right now.
right,
Yeah.
and you would see you'll see the Temptation on stage, you'll
Mhm,
see the band on stage, and
mhm.
then once they start their music and start singing, you'll hear one of the deep voice guys at some point in time in that song, talk. Like Kiss and Say Goodbye. Let's just say the Manhattans was doing Kiss and Say Goodbye. And you hear that deep voice guy at the very beginning when he says, "Today has
Oh,
got to be the saddest day of my life." You
mm,
know,
that's blue.
that
Yeah.
that part right there, what I did is I just take that part and I extend it throughout the entire song and have the singers weave in and out of that part. So the main focus is the talking, and the singing is beautifies it all together with the singing and the music.
Wow. So, I mean, I love how you mix your poetry with music. Your style is considered contemporary,
Yeah,
would you
it
say?
is. It is actually. It will be if you look it up. It is I'm a contemporary artist. I
Yeah.
R&B. I use like R&B music, gospel, jazz. I can do it with any kind of music. That's the beautiful thing. Any kind of music or any kind of singer. We just have to get together and work it together. And I've been blessed to have worked with some amazing artists. Honestly,
Yeah. So, like when you perform, like you said, you're actually doing a poetic concert.
correct.
You ready to take a look? Y'all ready to take a look at one of his greatest performances with our buddy and friend? We can talk about it. You want to talk about it before, introduce it?
which,
Um,
which which one we
thank
doing?
you.
Which one we
Thank
showing
you.
them?
Thank you.
Oh, this one is an appreciation because we have the legendary soul singer voice on there, Mr. Lenny Williams lended his voice to this song, and I was extremely grateful for that. That literally came out of the blue from a mutual friend who hooked us up together, and we've been friends ever since. And this song is called "Thank You." It's one of my gospel songs that I put out there. Uh, I hope you guys enjoy it. It's called "Thank You." Khoree the poet and
Father, Father, I'm speaking to you. So forgive me if I sound a little angry or maybe even a little bit confused, because that's not what I mean to do. But with everything that I've been through, I just feel like it's time.
It's time. It's time to say thank you. Lord, I thank you.
I understand that my arms are too short to box with you, but I still must say what's on my mind. Now, I've never ever claimed to be perfect.
Never claim, never claim.
I will always
no.
claim to be worth it.
Yeah.
So with everything that I am, with every fiber of my being, Father, I just want to say,
I just want to say, Lord, I
thank you.
thank you for happiness.
Thank you from the end all the way back to the start. Now, I know a lot of people haven't seen me in church lately and they haven't heard me spread the word, see, but you're the only one who truly knows my heart.
Nobody but you,
So I
Lord.
say thank you.
Nobody but you, Lord. Lord, I thank
See, I realized this a long time ago. It doesn't matter how far that I fall, because with God's good grace, like Jesus on the third day, he can pick me up, raise me up, and see me through it all. See, I can be that warrior for you, that archangel. See, you're the only one who knows my every intention. And with you flowing and growing through me, best believe we have the devil flinching.
He came tumbling down through heartaches and pain. I grow stronger
In my bad times, I say thank you. And in my good times, I say thank you.
Lord, I thank
See, because I know that in my darkest hour, you will be there. In my brightest moments, you will be there. See, I know that you have me covered from the top to the bottom, on all sides, from the back to the front. See, I'm not ashamed to say that God is my shepherd, and best believe I shall not want. So I just want to say thank you.
no, Lord, I thank
See, for years my peers have been telling me to testify. For years my peers have been yelling at me to testify. But for years, because of fear, I kept it all on the inside. See, I didn't want to scream and shout or fake fall out. I didn't want to be considered a phony. But as I live and breathe today, I have a billion things to say, because I am a living testimony.
living testimony.
So I say thank you. Father, I receive you, and I believe you. I can't see you, but let me tell the world why that's so great. See, because that is what we call living by faith.
Lord, I thank
So I say thank you. So I say unto you,
Lord, I
our Father,
thank you.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Lord, I thank
I say thank you. I say thank you.
Lord, I
Father,
thank you.
God, thank you.
Our Father, Lord, I thank you in heaven. Hallowed be thy name.
Wow.
Oh man, oh man,
Woo.
that would
Thank
get me. That get me every time.
every time. That was beautiful. I mean, what are your poems about? I mean, that was obviously a religion, but
Right. Well, I write about everything, but when
mhm,
the most of my poems are reality based,
mm,
on things that I've been through, things that I've seen, or that I've uh, family members or friends that have been through and seen. I can write from a different type of vein. I can write from the vein of this person or this person or that person, not just my perspective. But that one, thank you. I wrote that I was, just thankful for everything that God had done for me, you know, uh, and I had to express it instead of just me saying, thank you, Father.
wow.
I literally had to put it out there.
Mm,
And Mr.
mm,
Williams, he was like more than happy to say, yeah, I'll put it on here, and I was ecstatic. Yeah.
Yes,
You
yes,
but you see what it does with the right singing voice and music put together with it. It almost sounds
yeah.
it's like a song. It's literally like a song.
But where does the music come from? I mean, so how did you like you gave Lenny the lyrics too, or he wrote his part, you did your part? Because I
No,
mean,
right. No,
wow.
the music came from this super duper producer friend of mine that I know, Levi Caesar. You know,
Uh-huh.
he produced music and played with Prince and Sheila E. and Jody Watley and all them people for years. You know, he
Wow.
was yeah. So I met him through a friend of mine, Rick Alexander, who played saxophone for
Oh
Tony.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, okay.
I met them once I met them, and Levi actually came to one of my shows at Yoshi's in Oakland. And
Mhm.
because Rick had told him about it. And at this point in time, it was just me and Rick. Rick was playing the saxophone and I was doing it. And he came up to me, he was like, look, man, I love what you're doing. You know,
Mhm.
uh Prince actually had poetry and all this stuff that he used to write and put to music. You would be great if you let me put music to it. So, you
Mhm.
know, and honestly, and at that time, I didn't know who he was because, you know, you get a lot of people come up
Oh,
to you and say certain things. So I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. All right, all right. And then I got in contact with him and realized, oh, this brother was serious. You know,
yeah,
this
yeah.
brother was serious. So he got to know me so well that I can call him, send him lyrics, tell him what I'm thinking, and he can come up with the music. Yeah.
Mm.
And he came up with that music for that song.
Well, that's a great team. That's like some baby face stuff. Jimmy Jam,
Yeah.
you got your
Yeah.
producer ready, and you come up with the lyrics, and
Right.
you guys just flow together
Exactly.
really nicely. Because
Yeah.
that song is so uplifting, and like someone said, I think that was Walt Taylor. Hey, Walt, how you doing today? Said that's you can play that daily.
Oh,
You know.
believe me, they were actually, I appreciate that, Walt. Thank you. They were actually playing this song throughout the country on all different radio stations. I mean, it broke in Shreveport, Louisiana on 102.1 with OG Jabberjaws. He heard Lenny
Wow.
Williams' name and he put it out there. And then
Yeah.
KBLX used to play it every Sunday out there.
Mhm.
Miranda Wilson and help a brother get it on the station. You know, Doc Pride, man, they love the song, so you know they put it on, and it's funny that this song actually was heard in Colorado by a promoter. Shout out to Alfred Andrews, who heard the song Colorado, got in touch with my then manager Joe Mason, and said, "I want him to come open up on this 12-13 city tour for
Wow.
Yolanda Adams, you know,
Nice.
and Marvin Sapp." So uh,
Nice.
once this world opened up again, it's
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, I was gonna get to that, but you missed a stage.
Oh, I missed the stage terribly. There is there is nothing. I mean, I could perform in my living room all day. I was
Mm.
just rehearsing the other day. You know, matter of fact, on Valentine's Day, I tried to do a poem for my wife, and she like, man, I hear this all the time. I see you all the time. Where's my present?
Yeah, yeah.
But I missed
That's
the
what we
stage.
do. That's what us
Yeah,
wives do. We're the president.
yeah. I missed the
Oh, that's
stage
awesome.
so much that I can't wait
Yeah,
for this Best by the Blessed tour to start, and it is going down.
yeah. I just want to. Hey, Rick, how you doing? I like that. Music is poetry. Keep up the
Absolutely.
good work, my brother. Very good combination. You, Lenny, and God.
Thank
That's
you,
good.
Rick. I
That's good.
appreciate that.
That's
Yeah,
good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I like that. So
yeah.
you're considered to have some Barry White kind of vocals or voice.
You know, I
Is that
do. It's funny. I do a lot of my stuff is R&B, so I talk a lot about love, you know, and relationships and romance and sensuality, you know, and the producer, he finds the right music for it every time. You know,
yeah.
I use different producers, but for this one particular CD, my first CD, uh, it was him. You know, and he found the right music almost every time, not even almost every time he found the right music. Yeah. So I put my voice on it. They say, I get folks telling me all the time, man, the way that you write and the way that you sound and you perform is like a mixture of Babyface, Barry White, and Teddy Pendergrass all mixed in together.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
So I was like,
Wow.
man, hey,
Yeah,
y'all tripping.
those
But
some good ones to be,
I'll take it though. Thank you.
yeah, those are all good. I'm an old school
Yeah,
type of
man.
girl. So yeah,
I'll
yes.
humbly, I'll be like, thank you, I appreciate that. But
Mhm.
man, you put me with those, come on, man. That's
Yeah.
all. I can't do. If I was lighter, you'd see me blushing just from saying them names.
Oh, well, great work, because I know we were talking about uplifting, but one of my next questions was really about, you do tend to be, do some provocative and sensuality in your style, which is
Mhm.
very good. And I think um, that's kind of your style, correct? And
Yeah,
that's where you move in Barry White and Teddy
right.
Pendergrass.
It's definitely geared toward women, just to let them understand that there is no reason to ever give up on love, or
Mm,
romance, because there are good men and women out there for you. We all got to go through a storm to get past those clouds and see that sunshine again. So, that's just and the way that I send it to them is I understand that people like to, well, ladies anyway, they love it when you speak honesty and when you're vulnerable and and you tell them the truth. And that's all I put into there. And that can come off as, the way, if I deliver it the way that I deliver it, sexy. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys want to hear one more? I mean, since it is Black History Month, and Khoree and I talked about this one, and we thought this would be the perfect one to introduce you to, about the women. The Black woman? You want to
Yeah.
introduce that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Black Woman is the one she's getting ready to play. I dropped this on Valentine's Day 3 years ago, I do believe. And it's just a dedication to every last single Black woman out there who just know you are it. And if you don't know you are it, I'm here to tell you, you are it. Because we love you. You are the queens of this earth and the mothers of this world. Here you go, Black Woman.
Black woman, allow me to elevate you like you so deeply deserve. Regardless of the hardness, you always put your children and your significant other first. Nowadays, a lot of young women choose not to do that. In fact, that's fine, until they begin to believe that they're greater than you. Now, I'm no Destiny's Child, but honey, sit back, relax, and let me come cater to you. Again, let me elevate you, praise you, and put you first. I know that you're the queen of my castle, and more importantly, you're the ruler of my universe. Understand that I love every atom, subatom, particle, molecule that it takes to create what I consider to be great, from the bottom of your feet to every single strand of your hair. Black woman, let me put you on a pedestal so no one can treat you like a footstool, but understand I'm gonna be honest and fair. I close my eyes to better realize the strength and the power that's in my life. Black woman, there's no mistaking it when it comes to the passion in your cries. No mistaking it when it comes to the loyalty that comes from inside. No mistaking it when it comes to the fire and the firmness of your thighs. She ages so gracefully. She says things so tastefully. She walks with power, conviction, and class. She says things like, this too shall pass. Now reportedly she carries herself accordingly, but if need be, like a sword unsheathed, she will grit her teeth and tell you to kiss my entire black woman.
Black woman,
You my complexity laying right next to me. Respectfully, I do what I have to do. See, not only do I put my faith in God, but black woman, I invest my everything in you. This is an investment that I will carry from here to there. Now, sometimes I may not show it and you may not know it, but believe me, you mean more to me than just breasts, thighs, and a nice derriere. Your intellect is never suspect, but understand, you can be the essence of my resistance or the bane of my existence. Black woman, black, chocolate, brown, red bone, or mahogany. You're the only one who can make love to my mind, body, soul, spirit, and put it on me so damn good that legally I changed my first name to monogamy. Black woman.
Black woman, black
You must be made up from a collective or a derivative of some kind of illegal substance that I just cannot refuse. I've never in my life used an illegal substance, but right now, black woman, you are my substance abuse. Because you're the only being who can caress and impress and then terrorize my mind. You're the only being who can make me happy and angry at the same damn time. You're the only being who can get the absolute best from me and then make me wanna quit. You're the only being who can make a pastor in the middle of Sunday service scream out, "Ah!" Black woman. You're the only being who can build my confidence and then cast doubt. But you're the only being on the face of this planet that I just cannot live without. So again, allow me to elevate you like you so deeply deserve. Black woman.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm over here jamming Black Woman. And I'm reading these comments. Y'all, it's cracking me up. Wait a minute. Somebody said, what'd she say? Oh, thanks for writing that about me. You're not the only Black woman. Wait, thanks for writing a song about me, my friend.
That's right. It's about every last one of you beautiful Black queens out there.
Yeah. I mean, you put that together nicely. That plus it's the music, man, it just goes so good with it.
Walt said he's gonna play this song if he ever in the doghouse.
Yeah, but then he come back talking about he never in the doghouse. Well, bad anyway.
Right. Come on, Walt. Yeah. We all know the deal.
Amazing, bravo. Yes. That's an anthem. That's definitely an anthem.
Yeah.
Right now we need to hear that. We definitely need to be lifted up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was raised, my mother's a Black woman, my aunties are Black women, cousins, grandmother, I was raised by Black women, trust me.
Yes.
When I say I have nothing but the ultimate respect for Black women because I've seen what they go through as a single parent or as a parent in a relationship. That doesn't mean it's easier, to be a Black woman in this world. Yeah. Man, I wouldn't trade places with you because you guys are amazing. Yes. And on top of that, you got to put up with us. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Right. That makes us complete. That makes us complete when we have our brothers standing by our side. So congratulations, you're getting airplay around the country. I know about the Lenny Project. You
Yeah.
did get a lot of airplay. How about this? How's it being received out there?
No, Black Woman was being pursued. You know what? Honestly, when I put stuff out, it's well received when people hear it. That's the part right there. You got to get them to hear it. Once they hear it,
Yes.
they absolutely love it. They
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. So, and a lot of it was a lot of people saying, like in the beginning, radio stations and promoters are like, well, okay, how we gonna promote this? What do we promote this as?
Mhm.
And I say, well, I've been doing it for years, so I know that it sells because I've been living off of it. And so
Nice.
you
Yeah.
just got to get it out there and get it to the people. And
Yeah.
so we've been proving them, and eventually they've been coming around once they hear it and see the
Mhm.
performance. Oh yeah, we gonna have you come back. We gonna play this over here. We gonna
Mhm. Mhm.
shoot. You know about the Stone Soul? I was the first poet to perform at the Stone Soul out here.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, I'm
sure.
sorry, out there in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. So once people actually hear it and see it, they absolutely love it and want to put it on whatever show they can.
Yeah, because I remember when we first met, and I was telling you I was a booking agent, I was booking shows,
Right.
and you said you were a poet, and I was like, well, I don't know how to do that. I've never booked a poet, you know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Yeah.
but listening to your material, it is quite different and it is bookable. And like
Right.
you said, you got to get people to hear it, and the marketing will take care of itself.
Yeah, we had people in Houston and like, oh, I want to, give prayers to those in Texas too. My mother and cousins and aunties live in Texas. So, prayers out there to everybody in Texas that's going through this, in Chicago and everywhere else that's having these real bad weather moments right now.
Yes.
Prayers
Yes.
to them. But yeah, no, I have people in Houston and in Atlanta. Once they heard it, they're like, okay, we got to get you out here. Okay, we got to get you down here.
Mm,
We got to get. And when they first heard it in Vegas, a buddy of mine, he a DJ actually, he sent
mhm,
my stuff to these people who was doing a magazine launch, and they were from London, and they came here to
mm.
do their magazine launch, and he sent them my stuff, and they was like, his name is DJ Fizz, and he was like, they were like, tell him we want him to be our headliner out here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We want him to be our headliner out here on the strip at
Nice.
the Hard Rock. So, ladies, like I said, once people hear it and they see you perform it, they realize how mainstream it is.
Mhm,
Especially when they see you on stage with the band and then all your singers with you. Then they realize how mainstream it is.
mhm, mhm.
Laura, I appreciate it. Laura said she'll come pay for the show.
So what about some virtual shows? What do you think about that? You want me to book that for you?
You know, I
Being an
I've
agent?
never I've never done a virtual show, and I talked to the boss, and she's like, if we got the right people who will help us promote it and book it, we do
Mhm.
anything to entertain the folks. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I'm thinking, Easter's coming up. Come go around the thank you. What you all think? Would you like to see a virtual show with Khoree performing live? Can you
Corey the poet.
bust some rhymes now? Is it rhymes? Because that's rap, right? Rhymes is
Yeah, right. Rhymes is rap, but if you think about it, honestly, if you think about it, a lot of these singers actually and rappers, Tupac used to write poetry first. Matter of fact, his song "Dear Mama" was a poem, and he turned it into a rap song. Yeah, and
right.
and a lot of these R&B singers, they write poetry in their songs, and that's pretty much what it is. It all depends on how you put it. See, my stuff, if you listen to it, my words is slower than rap, but it's faster than singing. So it's like in the middle between, you
Mm,
know.
I never thought of it that way. Yeah, but it tells a story. It
It
wolves
does,
around a story.
right.
Where some of the hip hop, I don't know. I think somebody said that. I don't know if to smoke a cigarette or rob a bank. I mean, the way their lyrics is like, what are you talking about here? So
Right.
yeah, thank you for lifting us up with your words.
Well,
Um,
I grew up listening to old school R&B and I love country music too, old school country music. So lyrics has always been in me, and emotional lyrics, to get in there and has always been in me. And as far as rap and hip hop, I grew up in back in the day, Eric B and and Rakim, those type of that Kool Moe D and those type NWA. I grew up with people's giving messages in their music. So that's what I try to do when I perform mine, give a message of love, touching the world one word at a time, like the tagline say.
Yeah, absolutely. So I understand you got a Grammy nod for your work?
We 4 FYCs, yeah, 4 for your consideration for the Grammys. Absolutely. From 3 of them was on my CD, which is really. Yeah, I'm gonna get cut if I don't remember the Love Movement. There it is. Yeah, the Love Movement, man. Yeah, 3 of them was for that, and 1 of them was for Lenny Williams and my song "Thank You."
Nice.
Right. And we, I did another gospel one with LaToya London from American Idol called "Raise My Hands." That one was getting good reviews too.
Oh, let's check it out. You want to check it out? I have that.
Oh, yeah.
Want to hear something else before we? Yeah, let's. Yeah, and then we'll talk about the book, and we'll be right on schedule here. So let's check out. This is you. Why don't you introduce it?
Well, this one is another gospel one that I did with the great vocalist Miss LaToya London, finalist on American Idol. So sit back and enjoy it. Let's raise my hands.
If I told you that I was human, would you believe me? If I told you that I live, lie, love, hurt, bleed just like you, would you think that I was lying or telling the truth? Because sometimes I don't think that you believe that I'm human, just like you. And although I try to love you at the speed of light, it only reminds me that I'm no man of steel, because loving you shouldn't take all of my might. And it doesn't matter how much x-ray vision I wish I had, I can't seem to get you into my sight. See, I can't see through your walls or through your halls of injustice. Trust this. And then you say things to me like, can you see what I'm saying, and are you listening? Well, sweetheart, I don't have super hearing and I can't see what you're thinking, but with me being human, the only thing that I can do is try to guess what's on your mind and pray that I get things right. But it doesn't matter how super I try to treat you, you always seem to be my kryptonite, leaving me blue as you gangbang on my heart like you're my personal kryptonite, killing me softly as you put my emotions in a kryptonite. See, you're my arch enemy for life, and that's not fun for me. You're my Lex Luthor, my Solomon Grundy. See, you're my Solomon Grundy to the end. See, we were supposed to be super lovers, but right now we're not even super friends. And apparently adoring you just isn't enough. You say you wanted a good man, I just called your bluff. See, there's nothing on the face of this earth besides my child's birth that's more important to me than your worth. I made sure I put your wants, needs, and your desires first. And all those jealousies and insecurities, I sent that shit packing. I made you understand that I'm not just a man of words, but I'm a man of action. See, my devotion for you is driven by my emotions for you. It's like I've been in love with you since the age of 7. I can guarantee that my love for you has tortured the heavens. See, I embraced the thought of us so much that I couldn't even fathom that love would ever fail us. And if it did, it would leave me depleted and sore. See, I'm not that good man that you asked him for. I'm that great man that you didn't ask him for. See, when it comes to my love, you took it, balled it up, and you tossed it. See, when it comes to loving you, honey, when it comes to loving you, that should leave me completely exhausted. There has never been a measuring stick when it comes to my admiration for you. It has always been 100% off the grid. But I can't begin to blame love because love didn't let us down. You did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't raise your hand, but
Yeah, that wasn't raising my hand, but you know, I wrote that. Actually, you know what? I wrote that one every time I perform this one at a show. I perform it. I perform it after. Is this song that me and Niecy does? Niecy is a voice that you heard in Black Woman. That's the singer in
yes.
Black, Niecy Robinson. When there's we have a song, and every time we do her song, it's about her song is about it's called "I'm Not Willing," and it's about her husband cheating on her. So she really gets into him, you know, and the husband is apologetic and all this stuff, blah blah blah. But after the song, the women in the crowd, they just go crazy. They just love that song, you know. So
Wow.
I wrote this one, "If I Told You," to for that one as for a man's perspective to say, look, it's not always our fault. A lot of
No.
the times it's our fault, but not
Right.
always.
Not
So
always.
right. So that's why if you listen to the end of the last line in the song, it said, "I can't begin to blame love. Love didn't let us down. You did." See?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you know, I got something for the fellas too.
Yes, okay, I didn't pull that one up. You
Yeah.
didn't send that one to me.
Yeah. No,
But this
this
is
one, if
ladies'
I
night.
right.
Oh,
And
in
if
this,
I told you, yeah, if I told you, that's
right.
what that one was about. Say, look, if I told you that I'm human and all this stuff, everything I'm doing for you,
Yes.
you rebuking it. You're like, no, whatever. And
Yes.
when things don't work out, it's not my fault. It's you.
Right,
I
right,
tried, you know?
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Hey, Kimberly, snap, snap.
Snap, snap, snaps. Hey, Kimberly, at my concerts, we clap, cheer, and root like we had a Frankie Beverly and Mays concert.
Yeah. So what is one of the favorite venues that you like performing at?
Oh man, honestly, I like performing any and everywhere. I've been to the Oakland Coliseum. I've been to the Paramount. You from the Bay Area? I've been around the Bay Area for a while, so you know the place in San Leandro, the Bal Theater. It's
Mhm.
a
I'm
yeah,
global. What you talking
yeah,
about?
exactly,
Global.
exactly.
You know,
So
yeah.
you know, we,
But I've
we,
never been to the Bell, but
oh, you
I know
never? Oh, yeah,
I've
no,
never
that
been.
was a
It's an intimate, I know, set.
it's about 850 seats. Yeah.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
you know, we sold that out. We had, matter of fact,
Nice.
Dwayne Wiggins actually let me do, you know, his song, Whatever You Want. He actually let me write my poem to that music, and he came in and singing the hook, and we performed it together on stage up there. It was a great show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I like performing it. I'll perform small stages, medium, big stages, whatever. You know, I just love performing.
So tell the people who are some of the folks that you've opened up for?
Well, you know, like I said, the OJs, Gladys Knight, Freddie Jackson, uh, Marsha Ambrosia. Man, the list goes on. I opened up before, you know, it was R. Kelly and Keisha Cole at the Oakland
Oh,
Arena.
I was at that show. I was at
Yeah,
that show.
yeah, I
Yeah.
did that one. We was at let's see, Bobby Brown and uh, Fortune D's. Man, you know, it's just been a plethora of people. It's been wonderful.
Yeah. Well, before we get out of here, I know you've got a book. Is that you want to introduce that? Now that I do have. Do you want to introduce?
Yes, I have my book just came out on Valentine's Day. It's called Colloquy of Love because people love hearing my CD and my voice, but they also want to read my words. So I wrote a book, a nice short read by 50 different poems. You should go out there and pick it up. It's available on Amazon and soon to be available on Barnes and Noble. There it is.
There it is. You got
There
all that
it
going
is.
on in that book. All
Yeah,
that
love. All that is going on in
passion.
that book.
Whoa. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to be definitely sure we get that, pick that up. So, Corey, we've come to the end of our broadcast for
That,
today, and I
that
want to
was so
thank
quick. It
you.
was so quick.
I know. I want to thank you for being on Roz's Happy Hour and bringing us some insight on poetry. Continue blessings. And then, do you have a word of encouragement for upcoming poets that you would like to
Right.
leave?
Well, before I get to that, let me just thank you first, Roz, for
Oh,
having me on your show. Yeah, let me thank you for having me on your show. I've seen the big, huge names you had on there. You know, Johnny Gill, Eddie Levert, all those good folks. So I appreciate you having me on here. This is a wonderful, wonderful platform, and you keep doing what you're doing. You've been doing it for so long. It's just another way for you to do what you do, and I appreciate it. Now,
thank
for
you.
absolutely. Now, for those who's coming up, and this is for anything that you want to do in life, I would just say, do it. You know, people ask me all the time, how did you do this? And I would just say, do it. Go out there, figure it out. You're going to come into some bumps, you're going to come into some barriers and some walls, but you don't let that stop you. You get a team that believes in what you're doing just as much, if not more, than you do, and who has your back, and go for it, and you figure it out. You know, because if you don't, then you won't. And that's what that is. And I got somebody who keep me grounded. My team keep me grounded and moving forward all the time, all the time. So I just say, don't let nothing stop you. If you know that whatever it is what you want to do, regardless of what people say, you go do it. That's what I did.
Amen. Amen. Well, listen, I want to thank everyone for rocking with your girl Roz again today. We'll be back next week with the one and only Donnell Jones. Tell a friend, bring a friend, stay safe, continue wearing your mask, and we look forward to seeing you next week. All right. Thanks for your support. We love you. Stand by. Rises happy. Rises happy. Rises happy. Rises happy. Rises happy. Rises happy.